Hey, what's up? Welcome to Grimm's Metal Mosh Pit. Today we're talking about Megadeth, 40 years of killing it in the metal world. The 40-year reign of Megadeth, man. Welcome to the Grimm Metal Mosh Pit. How we doing tonight? We're here to celebrate Megadeth's 40th anniversary and their earth-shattering debut, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, and take a wild journey through their legacy. I'm a huge Megadeth fan, and I've been itching to dive into this, so let's buckle up. Because this isn't just a history lesson, my friend. It's personal, it's metal, and it's gonna get loud. So check it out, okay? Let me set the scene here for you kids. It's past midnight, I'm about 13 years old, and the TV is buzzing with static like it's high noon. MTV Headbanger's Ball is about to blow my teenage skull wide the fuck open. Suddenly, through all the flickering VHS portal, I see Megadeth, the music video from their Euthanasia album. I slammed record on the VCR like my life depended on it, and for the next 60 minutes, I was not a kid anymore, man. I was a disciple of Mustaine. From that night on, I never looked the fuck back. So, if you don't know the origin story of Dave Mustaine, here's a quick version. In 1983, Dave got kicked out of Metallica, and he was like literally yesterday's trash, okay? He got booted right before Metallica recorded Kill 'Em All. You know, most guys would have crawled into a bottle and given up, but Dave, he crawled into the bottle and made a nuke, and then launched that bitch. So he got Megadeth instead. You know what I'm saying? As Dave Mustaine himself said, quote, "I don't want revenge. I want to be faster, heavier, and better. I don't want to just compete. I want to annihilate," end quote. So bow down to that motherfucker. Takes a lot of guts and some balls and spite-fueled fucking ambition to turn rejection into one of the biggest thrash bands ever. You know what I'm saying? So by 1985, Mustaine had assembled a killer lineup and dropped a debut album, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. It was on an indie label. It was raw, chaotic, and it sounded like a rabid dog fighting a buzzsaw. And it was beautiful. The drums are having like a little jazzy kind of thing and freestyle fucking undercurrent. You know, thanks to the late Gar Samuelson, the lyrics are nihilistic cowboy anthems from the apocalypse, and the guitar tone is pure scorched earth, no doubt. You know, every riff on that record basically screams, "I will end you, and I'll solo while doing it." That was cool. You know, let's talk. All right, in honor of 40 years of Megadeth, let's take a ride through their discography. Okay, 1985, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. It's a ferocious debut. Yeah. Fucking awesome. I thought it was like a buried treasure of thrash, you know what I mean? The energy was unpolished and wild, pure anger in musical form. Yes, great stuff. Mechanics. Oh, it was a great song, which is Mustaine's original take on Metallica's The Four Horsemen. Played in breakneck speed, though. The first time I heard that, I realized Dave wasn't out to compete, man. He was out to leave Metallica in the dust. You know what I'm saying? 1986, Peace sells, but who's buying? The moment Megadeth really arrived. This album had the band sharpening their blades, the politically charged lyrics, tighter songwriting, and the infamous opening bass line from Peace Sells that every metalhead knows. Yes, indeedy. Great stuff. 1988, so far so good. So what? Megadeth unleashed their pure chaos on their third album. It's sometimes overlooked. It's special to me. It has In My Darkest Hour. It's a great song. Song that Dave wrote about Cliff Burton in memory of Cliff Burton. So that track as a teenager taught me thrash could be heartfelt and heavy all at one time. Oh gosh, yeah. Really cool stuff here. Let's see. 1990, Rust in Peace, Holy Wars. This is a masterpiece, man. Widely hailed as one of the greatest thrash metal albums ever. And I'm 100% in agreement. Great shit. Hello, Marty Freeman, and on the guitar, Nick Menza on the drums, man. Guys blew my mind. Love it. 1992, Countdown to Extinction, man. Megadeth's biggest commercial success. Great album. Love that album, too, man. Symphony of Destruction. Everybody knows. I remember going to school bumping that shit. Sweating bullets, too. You know? So, 1994, Euthanasia. The album that baptized me into Megadeth fandom. This was the one I heard on Headbanger's Ball at midnight on Halloween night for Euthanasia. And, like, I remember smashing that fucking record button like nobody's business, man. And, you know, my personal connection here is huge because Euthanasia is literally the reason I'm talking to you about Megadeth today. It turned a curious kid into a lifelong... 1997, Cryptic Writings came out. Okay? I have a soft spot for this one. They experimented with more accessible sounds here, you know, and guess what? It worked. The song Trust became a radio hit, man. Love that song too. Nick Menza drum beat. I could never get that drum beat out of my head, man. She-Wolf and Vortex still. Megadeth's Bite was still under their fucking polished new album, you know? So, 1999, Risk comes out. Risk. Every band has a fucking Device album, right? This is Megadeth. They veered into hard rock and even electro metal vibes. As a fan, I was initially scratching my head, but I came to find out that I loved that fucking album. It was a great album. I don't care what anybody says. 2001, The World Needs a Fucking Hero, and I'll never forget this album either. Fucking big for me, man. Oh, God, The World Needs a Hero. Return to, you know, I remember first time I heard that shit, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, yep. Yo, it's a Thrasher, man. Felt like, you know, like a cousin to Sweating Bullets almost, but, you know. And then Return to Hangar too, man. What? Yeah, fucking awesome, man. Dope. 2004, The System Has Failed. A significant album. At one point, you know, we thought Megadeth was done. You know, Mustaine had a serious arm injury in 2002 and actually, you know, disbanded the group for a spell. So, but he roared back with The System Has Failed and basically a Megadeth rebirth. And I'd have to say yes, indeedly do. Man, Megadeth was back, baby. Fun fact, guitar wizard Chris Poland from the 80s lineup returned as a session player for the solos on the record. So it's like past and present coddling. Kick the Chair. Classic political Megadeth rage and song. The album's personal significance is all about triumph and adversity. 2007, United Abomination. Megadeth in the mid-2000s found a new groove with a new lineup, and I was fully on board. United Abominations has a special place for me because I saw Megadeth live around this era on Gigantor, and the songs that they played, man, was awesome. Watch the Dana's Next, it was a standout, you know, the galloping riff and the up-to-date political fury of P-Cells and the war on Terror Age. And I grew up under the shadows of 9/11 and all that, you know, hearing Mustaine snarl about government lies and warfare again in 2007 felt right, you know. Another talking point was that they revamped a duet version of A Trial Le Monde Set Me Free with Christina. Not every fan loved that remake, but I thought it was an interesting twist on a classic. So 2009, Endgame. Holy hell, Endgame might be Megadeth's best album of the 2000s, okay? Oh my god, it's good shit. Dialect Chaos. This Day We Fight, you know, combo is it's as furious as the 80s heyday, man. You know, I remember saying wow out loud alone in my car when I first played it. You know, it was a head crusher for sure. 2011, 13 comes out, and it's not just a gimmick. It was Megadeth's 13th album. So it has 13 tracks and even saw the return to the original bassist Dave Ellefson. My man, junior comeback for the fold after nearly a decade away. I have a personal soft spot for 13 because I could feel the band coming full circle. Yep. Tracks like Public Enemy No. 1 and Sudden Death. Oh gosh. 2013, Super Collider. Okay, time for some honesty. Super Collider is probably my least played Megadeth album. I leaned a bit too hard rock, almost mainstream metal sound for my tastes. When the title track Super Collider dropped, I went, that's different. It's not bad, but it was just like, I don't know, it didn't give me that adrenaline rush I expected from Megadeth, you know. It still has some gems, like Kingmaker was pretty good, so. Then next we have 2016 Dystopia. Talk about comeback. Dystopia was a massive breath of fresh air for me. The album blew me away on the first listen, man, because when I went, a well-deserved Grammy and award for Best Metal Performance for the title track. Finally snagging that Grammy on their 12th nomination. When I heard the news, I was like, yes, about damn time. As a fan, I felt vindicted. Yeah. Megadeth is Grammy worthy, though, for sure. You know, world, take notice here, because they're just killer. Anyway, 2022, the sick, the dying, and the dead. The most recent chapter, as of now, in the Megadeth saga, and proof that Megadeth is unstoppable. A lot has happened by this point. Lineup changes, Elfson is out again, global pandemics, Mustaine beating cancer. Yet they are delivering a crushing new album in their 16th outing. Personal highlight, We'll Be Back. Yes, an absolute scorcher of a track that came an instant anthem for me. The first time I played it, it gave me the same aggressive thrill that I got from, like, Holy Wars, you know? At this stage, it blows my mind that Megadeth can still even fucking do this shit, man. It's fucking amazing. Awesome. I mean, twice as fast. It was bad. It was sick, man. Loved it. So, you know, Thrash's dominion lives on, bro. Don't just listen to Megadeth, immerse yourself in it, man. It isn't just music. It's a way of life for us metalheads. So enter the dominion, crank up the albums, fall into the mosh pit, and if you dig what you hear, support the band. Smash that like button, light up the comments, and share this with all your metalhead uncles who thinks TikTok is going to end the civilization. Let's spread the gospel of Megadeth to anyone who will listen, even those who won't. I want to shout out to the ghost of MTV's Headbangers Ball for turning me on to this band, and especially to Dave Mustaine and all members of Megadeth past and present. Thank you for building a kingdom out of rage and riffs, man. And for keeping it real for 40 fucking years, man. Your music has been the soundtrack pretty much of my life. Every time I put Megadeth track on, man, I feel the surge of power and authenticity that's, you know, hard to find anywhere else, man. You guys have been doing it well for decades. And I was here for all of it. And I'm thankful for that. And from the teenage kids that you converted back in the 90s, man, to the grown metalhead still banging his head today. Thank you, Megadeth. Congrats on the 40 years of dominance. You know, here's to 40 more years, man, of rust in peace and businesses still good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a 40-year anniversary box set to crank up. Support Megadeth, so grab your new box set. And as always, stay metal. Peace.